Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. We're going to be taking a look at another ladder game on another red map today, but this one is Badlands and it's a little bit higher ranked. We've got Plasma Wolf on the north side and Hassan's on the south side. Both of these guys are Cybern. Both of them are in the high 1400s, almost 1500 rank. One of them probably will clear 1500 by the end of this match. And we're just going to look at this one as a learning experience because I think two very different things are going to happen for each of these guys as they push forward. Let's go take a look at the early builds and then we'll just dive into the action as quickly as we can. Hassan's is going for a double land factory open. And this is kind of what I was trying to do in a game just recently, and I'm going to take special interest in this build order so I can see how it's done. We've got a land factory first, 2 P-gens, looks like 4 mass extractors, then 2 more P-gens, then another land factory. In the meantime, the initial engineers are going over here to build the hydros, and another, or not another, but the first air factory, that would be 3rd air. This looks like a pretty versatile build, and he's not going to get the power stall that I was having due to the fact that he is getting the hydro early. Plus, he's getting a little manual reclaim in here to supplement his limited mass income from the 4 mass extractors that he is picking up. He's also picking them up late, so that is going to hinder his efforts a little. Nicely balanced eco there. Let's take a look at Plasma Wolf. He is going 1st and 2nd land, 3rd air. Reasonably similar build order, actually. He's got 4 P-gens. It looks like he's doing 5 P-gens before the 2nd land factory, so a little bit more power. He's got his manual reclaim out, he's got his raid out, and he does have quite a few more air factories planned than his opponent. He's going for 3 and then a whole bunch of power, whereas Hassan's only has 1 planned and then who knows what, because I don't actually see anything. He does have a radar queued over there on that hydro. Useful thing to have that, a radar on a map as large as this one with as many land units as we are about to see, I'm sure. This is a spam map. There are 3 main passageways. Technically you could call them choke points, but I think this is wider than the width of the range on a T2 point defense, so you're not going to be able to hold any of this map together with only point defense. You are going to have units. And units there shall be, because there is a 3rd land factory going down for Hassan's, and he is putting out a bomber in order to try and kill, I'm sure, some of the expansioneers coming out from his opponent. Plasma Wolf's already got his 1st land factory, air factory, excuse me, up. He is going for 2, 3, and that's going to be 5 land factories. 3, 4, and 5. I am having trouble with numbers today for some strange reason. Going to be able to pick up this invading mantis. Picked up on radar by the scouts and then killed by opposing mantis. This one down here has gone unnoticed though. Plasma Wolf is going to be able to get that around to the back end of the base, circumventing the ACU that potentially could have killed it. Looks like both of these guys are locking down their extremities with their commanders. A good thing to do, because as we all know, that commander is worth about 20 tanks, and when you've got a raw exposed expansion, you're going to want something out there that can both protect it and build it. Bomber coming in, it did kill the expansioneer that was over here. Not a great loss since this is relatively close to the base, and it did damage a T1 mass extractor ever so slightly. Not that great of a bomber, but you know what, we'll call it good. 2 mantis versus 3, I think we know the winners here. That one is going to die a horribly painful death. And on this side, looks like this mantis is just coming around the backside to try and get the engineers. So we've got even more land factories going down over here. This is going to be number 6. So 9 factories total with another 4 planned on that side. And another there. On this side, we do have some spam coming up as well. Total of 7 land factories queued. It does not look like the ACU is planning on building any factories on this side. This is going to be a little bit difficult, I think, for Hassan's, because if he gets outproduced, he is not going to be able to guard all of his edges. He is going to need to redirect a couple of tanks this way as well. Or Mantis, assault bots, I should say, since Cybern technically doesn't have a tank until the 2nd tier. A little bit of a push here, 4 versus 2, easy win there, but I don't think they'll get very far since they're headed directly for the ACU. This is looking like a T1 spam fest for Plasma Wolf. He's got 25 income, pushing up to 32 with a little bit of reclaim, 1,300 in the bank as far as that goes. Hassan's at 1,200, so they are running neck and neck on that, but he does have a much more steady 49 to 53-ish income. So he has done a much better job of locking down all of his mass extractors. Plasma Wolf did not push all the way to his outer edge, and so is lacking some of the income that his opponent has. However, he is converting all available mass into T1 units. I think that very shortly he will be able to outproduce Hassan's by a good deal. Maybe not, actually. I'm looking down here and there were more factories queued, so that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 2 more air factories, 11, 12 land factories for Hassan's. We have 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 factories. Plasma Wolf is still out-queuing Hassan's on the factories. Good lord, there's going to be a lot of units out tonight. So neither one of these guys looks like they're very interested in T2 mechs. Plasma Wolf has got none and is upgrading none to T2. He is getting a Jester, however. That is going to fly to the back and try to clean up any stragglers that remain in the rear, such as those 3. On the south side, it does not look like there's any T2 mass extractors here either. Not even one in the process of upgrading. So both of these guys pumping 100% of their income into combat potential. Hassan's pulling ahead by about 1,000 points and 10 income due to his more solid early expansions. We'll just have to see how Plasma Wolf takes care of things moving forward. Plasma Wolf, like I said, down by 10, but if he built those 3, he would only be down by a couple of mass per tick. So things are relatively even at the moment. Although it does look like Hassan's has actually edge built a factory here, and he has claimed the mass extractors and a radar point on the right hand side, which is going to give him a little bit of an advantage, both intel wise and mass wise. And he is trying to build a wall over here. If those wall sections come to be, which only a few of them did, they'll be able to clog up the pathfinding of intruding units, force them over towards the center, and it will reduce the number of run-bys around the outside. Plasma Wolf has got that Jester. It's moving over here to try and snipe off a few of these engineers that are doing a little bit of reclaiming on that side. Nasty business that. Why can't you just let them be? Let them do their happy little reclaim dance and feed their master with mass. Hassan's pretty far ahead, actually. 79 income. Which means that he's got the rest of his T1s claimed, and he is, there we go, getting T2 mass extractor upgrades slowly but surely. Got 1 in the base, 2 more queued, and 1 down here, and 2 more queued. This is going to make it very difficult to single-handedly snipe off any of the economy bases, because he's going to have them spread around where 1 tac launcher hopefully cannot range all of them at the same time. Now this is interesting. We've got a T3 land factory upgrade going on. And I was just going to make the observation that it looks like Hassan's unit count severely decreased. And that is actually true because he undertook the T2 mass extractor upgrades, which Plasma Wolf did not. Not a single T2 mechs to be found as far as the eye can see. Oh, nope, there's 1 right there. So 1 versus several that are happening down here. And there is a T3 upgrade going on. So what we're seeing here is a lesser economy, 100%, or let's say 95% committed to units, and a greater economy, only about 65% invested into combat units. And he is just going to get overrun. Hassan's needs to pull off this T3 factory upgrade much more quickly so that he can start producing loyalists out of this lovely upgrade. There's about 25 or 30 T1 units over here, and only about 20. This is... there might be enough. There might be enough. We're very nearly to the T3 upgrade. Hassan's has taken a little bit of damage to his economy. Actually, no. Never mind. He's got T1 bombers on his economy, but I thought there had been a run-by, but there is now a run-by, so I can say that accurately. He is losing a chunk of his economy, and he is trying to build this at a severe mass stall and the T1 units are just going to pour into his base, killing more of his eco. That was an upgrading T2 mechs that had been paused. I'm not sure if it actually had done some of the upgrade or not. T1 units moving around the backside. There is a Loyalist, the first of hopefully many that has made it out of the factory. Medusa is trying to kill off all of the build power to great success. That is the one soldier that is going to stand against the many here. The ACU and a handful of tanks able to secure the left-hand side. Hassans did not lose too much over there, but he is going to let this run-by happen on this side. There's several T1 mass extractors and 3 T2s that are in the way of this force. You could potentially lose out on a lot of income. T1 bomber harassing him as well, killing off that build power. Plasma Wolf doing a very good job of that, and it looks like just not enough APM to go around. Interceptor's finally queued up to go and kill that son of a gun. There's now a couple of rhinos out and 2 loyalists. So maybe, just maybe, things will be okay. Plasma Wolf has overtaken Hassans as far as economy goes. He's got another T2 mass extractor that has finished upgrading. Yeah, not going for very many. Got a handful of red units in the back there that are going to harass a little bit, but not too terribly much. And at the same time, Plasma Wolf is very, very slowly upgrading his economy. Hassan's economy is just falling apart thanks to the efforts of all of these Mantis. That point defense is not going to survive. Whoa, hello Subcom camera, nice to see you. Not going to survive very long under the fire from all of those Mantis and the Medusa or 2. Mex goes down and 3 more are on the way. There's a T1 bomber there desperately trying to fix the mess. Little drop there, killing a couple of T1 mass extractors, but there is a Loyalist that is going to chase them away. Land factory going to go down. You need to focus fire the T2 mexes, bro. You need to get rid of those sons of guns. Loyalists moving over to the left with the ACU to try to stave off the offense on the left-hand side. It does look like, yes, there's a T3 factory upgrade going down for Plasma Wolf. So he's going to try to get in on that T3 land game. And at the moment, they are running neck and neck on Eco. If he's able to take out just a couple more of these T2 mass extractors, things will look pretty dang good for him, actually. And he may, just might be successful. Maybe? Yeah, he's got it. Alright, so that's going to take it to about 60... How did that stay 67? Okay, 61 to 71. So now Plasma Wolf is 10 mass per tick ahead. He's about 1,000 points ahead as far as score goes. And things are looking pretty good for him. So the only bad thing here is the fact that there are now a growing number of Loyalists on the field versus an entirely T1 force from the north. It's about 3/4 on that upgrade to T3. Looks like he is not assisting it too much as he's trying to bring his economy back online. He's got a pretty vicious mass stall going on that he's trying to rectify. So, that, I think, is the T1 spam versus T3 rush strategy. And all in all, it came out about even, I would say. Hassan's lost more eco, but he is in a better field position, I think, due to the fact that he has a solid 5 or 6 loyalists on this side, along with a couple rhinos, versus 100% T1. So don't let the unit counts fool you, boys. This is a war of the tech. So the question here is going to be whether Plasma Wolf can bring online enough production to overcome this before Hassans is able to move in with his loyalists and secure an advantage. That is a T1 transport, and it is carrying a brick or a loyalist. It is carrying a loyalist that is going to land right next to... Nope, he is going to fly on. So that's going to be a good little raid in the back there. Oh my goodness, it's tack time. There's no tack defense down. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be super bad. T3HQ! Oh my. Very nearly gone. Incoming! Boom! No more T3 for you. Let's take a count here. 11 loyalists is all he got out before that tac missile happened. And Plasma Wolf is now going to have T3 hitting the field as well. This is bad news. That was a perfect strategy to overcome that tech advantage. He's going to have to rebuild the HQ now, which he is doing very rapidly thanks to all of the build power that he has online. Hassan's has far more power, and he has more reclaim than Plasma Wolf has. Let's take a very quick look. 15k versus 10k, and he has the economy to pull it off, being back up at 91 mass per tick. But now we have a run by, we have tac missiles hitting his T2 mass extractors, rapidly knocking his economy back down, and this is susceptible to a single tac. This is not going to be pretty. Okay, so there is a tac defense up here, so it's going to take about 3 tac missiles to kill that. We'll have to see if it happens or not. The loyalists that are available to Hassan's are going to move over to the right hand side, try to defend. Looks like this is not going to be pretty either. There is a single T3 anti-air trying to shoot at those units. The ACU is going to move up and be able to handle those. And the limited number of loyalists that are left, that is a whole lot of L's, should be able to secure all of this. So there is another Loyalist and Mantis dropping on the base. Going to try to kill some build power over here. Looks like those T1 factories were control K'd, possibly to get some more mass, possibly to clear the way for the production to not screw up the pathfinding of the units that are coming out. That Loyalist is still alive. The transport going down to Medusa Fire. I think those Medusas probably should have been aimed at something else. And there's a Loyalist right there that is trying to defend his home turf. Units moving in, trying to whittle away at Hassan's base. He does have the T3 HQ up now, and 2 TMD online. These 3 tag missiles are not going to be able to get through, I think, but he does have 4 loaded into each of those 3. So he's going to be able to fire 12 missiles back to back to back, which is enough to overwhelm a whole lot of defense when you're talking about Cybran. I would be building more TMD over here, man. More TMD all the way. T1 units trying to move in on this side. Hassan's still barely able to maintain an economy edge on Plasma Wolf. Plus, he has the reclaim advantage. He's just got to scramble to get back on top of his map control. And right now, his ACU is dangerously exposed over there. Not very many units to protect it. A handful of interceptors. That is a snipe target if I ever saw one. T3 HQ back online and producing units quite handily. But here comes the tax. Oh no. Oh, whew. The tac defense was able to break up enough of them that they weren't able to kill the HQ in one shot. So saved just by the skin of your teeth. Looks like we've got a few loyalists. Exactly 3 that are moving this away. Hassan's defending with his ACU. This is actually a dangerous proposition. He's got no overcharge, and loyalists do outrange a base model ACU. So he's going to have to get well within the range of damage in order to overcharge these, even if he did have an energy storage. T3HQ healed back up. Still no movement on trying to build more TMD. That is super sketchy, bro. Super sketchy. There's the launch. He's got 2 loaded in each one. And 1. How are you synchronizing this? What are you going for? If I were you, I would do snipe, snipe, snipe. Maybe that's what he's after, or he might just go directly for... Nope, that is it. Tac defense down. Second tac defense is down. I would be putting a couple of loyalists right next to your HQ right now, bro, because that is not a good target to present to your enemy. Then we got 3 loyalists moving around the outside edge, but there are quite a few on Hassan's side now. We're going to take a global count. That is 19. Plasma Wolf has only got 8. So Hassan's still ahead. He just passed Plasma Wolf again in score. He's 2 ahead in eco. We'll take a look at the reclaim values here. Hassan's at 25k, Plasma Wolf at 13, so very nearly double the reclaim of his opponent, and he is rocking a solid power income, so I don't think Hassan's actually got anything to worry about here, even though he is struggling slightly on the map control aspect. It does look like he cleared the vast majority of what was left. He's going to be able to take all of this back now. Okay, moving forward, we're going to have to see how the economy scales up and how the T3 unit production scales up. Right now, we've got a single T3 support factory down here, which is also assisted, and he is building, it looks like, straight loyalists. Let's take a look and see. Do we have any bricks queued? We do not. 35 loyalists straight up. Once you start seeing a bunch of loyalists on the field, it is usually a good idea to start building bricks, because bricks fare slightly better than the loyalists do versus other loyalists, especially if you have a mix of bricks and loyalists. You rush the loyalists in, try to make use of that stun and the up close damage, and you kite in your bricks in the rear, able to deal out massive amounts of damage. Usually works out pretty dang well. Oh dear. That looks like an HQ shot. There's nothing in range, and boom! The T3 HQ is no more. Again. Why you do this thing to yourself, Hassan's? So TMD going down at a furious pace. He's queued up 3 more across the front of here. I would be building several more if I were you. We now have a T3 support, the T3 HQ, and another T3 support. So Plasma Wolf has got 1 production mechanism for each channel here, each lane. And it looks like Hassan's is not going to be able to compete. He simply does not have as much build power distributed around the map. The income is exactly the same between these guys, and Hassan's just jumped up by about 500 power into the lead on power income. This is still anybody's game. Oh, that stun is brutal, both for the units that get stunned and the pathfinding of the units that did not. The tac missiling the tac missiling of the build power continues. That is just painful to watch. Good lord. And loyalists have driven these up into the base. Gonna lose out on all of those. It does look like, yep, T2 radar over here for Plasma. That is gonna give him coverage all the way back here. So he is gonna be able to see everything going on in that base. So here comes the next HQ. Hopefully there will be enough TMD online this time. Is Plasma able? Hold on. Where is a T2 building thing? No! Tacking on that side again. It's so bad. Why is this even a thing? Okay, so we're going to measure this out here. There's the tax. Yep, he is still in range. If he would have built his HQ back here, he would have been just completely out of range of the attacks, and then he wouldn't have even had to worry about it. Hassan's rocking 125 income to Plasma Wolf's 107, so still ahead on the mass. I'm not sure. This is an excellent example of how harassment can stay ahead of income, because Plasma Wolf at every single turn here has been behind on economy, but he has been ahead on map control and harassment, and Hassan's is just having huge amounts of problems dealing with this crap that is happening. There's a couple attack missile launchers going down over here. It looks like Hassan's is going to try to give him a taste of his own medicine. T3 support factory actually dies to 1 tack, so that's a good target. Loyalists clumping up over here. There's actually enough loyalists here to just completely obliterate this entire section. And we're going to see if Plasma has scouted that. He has not. So there is a T3 energy and a Monkey Lord building over here, and that's super sketchy as well. Okay, so those loyalists are going to pull back. Not sure why they're pulling back. There's not really any need to, but they are going to, and that's going to leave this to finish. So we got the Monkey Lord, we got the T3 power online. Hassan's is looking pretty dang good now. Okay, T3 HQ's here. It's safe. We got loads of tac defense. So hopefully this is safe as well, and his economy has recovered. So neck and neck in economy, way ahead in power for Hassans, and overall the unit count is slightly favoring Plasma Wolf. Let's see how Hassans is doing on his 100, 200 in the hole. That is not particularly great. He has reclaimed almost 40,000 mass to Plasma Wolf's not quite 20, so exactly double the income from reclaim. And he is still reclaiming like mad. He's actually reclaiming the TML that he was just attempting to build a moment ago. He's going to be putting all that extra mass into said Monkey Lord and trying to keep up with the T3 unit production as he goes. So we now have TAC missiles coming in paired with T3 mobile artillery fire. Plasma Wolf once again stepping up the game, trying to move one unit up the chain to try and stay ahead of his opponent's defenses. This is the disadvantage to being in a 100% defensive position, because your opponent is dictating the terms of engagement, and therefore any defenses you build, he will be able to circumvent. You can't predict what he's going after next. Well, you can, but you can't defend against everything. It just cannot be done. That's why the best defense is a good offense definitely applies to Supreme Commander. So he's control K'd these land factories, but not reclaimed them, which is a bit of a fail as far as I'm concerned. He's got TMD building over here, probably because he saw the TMLs being built and assumes that his opponent will go for them again. There's a T3 artillery on this side as well, and another T2 radar over here. So Plasma Wolf has got excellent intel as far as radar is concerned. However, yes, he does. Okay, he has scouted the Monkey Lord. He should know that it's there. The question is, will he react to it? The Monkey Lord is over 75%, 80%. There's a handful of bricks here versus a 100% loyalist mix. So these should be able to kite it out and do more than their mass worth in damage. Hassan's going to have to move up here to defend against that and try to hold things together until he gets this Monkey Lord online. Oh my. Oh my. 93%. Loyalist kind of moving that way. Gotta keep him out until the Monkey Lord finishes. 96%. Just a couple more seconds. And we have a Monkey Lord. Just in time to begin firing at those groups. Another attack launch coming in, probably headed for the monkey. Is it? Is it? I think it was. Yes, it was. So that is going to cause a little bit of a problem for Plasma Wolf. However, Hassans has now sacrificed his unit count for that monkey. He's going to start losing the outside edges of his base as loyalists come pouring in from his opponent. He's got bricks out to attempt to deny, but he has concentrated his build power too much, where all of his engineers are now clogging up the pathfinding on his bricks. He's not going to be able to get them into the proper positions quickly enough. We've got loyalists that probably should be headed up here, headed down south. Although, in favor of not losing the base, I think it probably would be a good idea to get the loyalists here first. He's going to have to move up here when he recovers, though. Monkey Lord moving to the north. Does Plasma Wolf have intel on this? It does not appear that he does. He's going to have to scout it, though. So he's seeing his wall sections disappear, which means that there should be something down there. And he's also seeing the interceptors blipping in and out of the stealth field that the Monkey Lord now has. So now he has it scouted. We got attack launch. He's canceled T3 on his ACU in order to get the hell out of Dodge. Oh my goodness. Oh, 3 attacks. 18,000 damage to that Monkey Lord. He's got Corsairs coming out of the factory, 5 so far, laying in damage, 11k HP left on the Monkey Lord. Another attempted attack, and that one is gonna miss just by a hair. But we got a Demolisher firing, we got Bricks and Loyalists, 2k HP, Corsairs cleaning it up, and there goes Monkey. Holy cow. That was an excellent hit. 3 tacks on a moving target to take down that Monkey Lord, and that is going to leave Hassan's, I think, in danger of being defeated. We've got Corsairs on the field now that survived that monkey explosion. That is enough for an ACU snipe right there. We've got overwhelming air control for Plasma. And now we have land control because all of Hassan's income was devoted to that Monkey Lord in a last-ditch effort to kill that commander, and it just did not work out. That is painful. He's got a lot of bricks left, but unless he can protect them from the air problems, then he is going to lose. Yowzers. Hassan's, let's see, 50,000 reclaim versus 28. And now Hassan's is going to get mopped up by the Loyalists, trampling his base. I think that is it, folks. The bricks are going to try to push up, do a little bit of damage. The Corsairs are just going to demolish them. Well played, dude, being thrown out. Plasma Wolf throwing out the U2. I think we can speed this one up because I don't see anything else that Hassan's can even attempt a snipe with. He's got Corsairs down here, but with the air control that Plasma Wolf has, I just don't think it's going to happen. Corsairs moving a little. They're thinking about it. He's still building them. The ACU is walking into the Loyalists, though. Ah, run away. Run away. The ACU is all the way over here, out of reach of any of the snipes that could have been made. Nope. He's going to move around the outside edge. Try to come in this way. There's a single T1. Nope. Two T1 anti-air over there. Corsairs moving in. Oh, he could get it in one pass. No, he didn't have scouts on the ACU. He could have done that. Oh, with the Corsairs just now, that was a snipe number, and my inties had no fuel. Oh, that could have turned out differently again. Back and forth it goes. So let's go out to the score screen, and then, well, let me talk about this just a little bit, and then we'll go out to the score screen. So basically what I see here is Hassan's had the superior expansion, the superior economy, and possibly the superior strategy, maybe. The T3 rush worked out for him pretty dang well. However, Plasma Wolf was able to counter him unconventionally at just about every turn. He went straight spam, was able to outspam his opponent and whittle away at the edges to reduce the economy advantage. He then used tac missiles to snipe off the enemy HQ, which slowed down the T3 production, allowing him to recoup. And then he was able to get enough T3 on the field to start harassing again. In the meantime, excellent work doing that. And then the 3 tacks on the Monkey Lord clinched it. If those had not connected, that Monkey Lord very well could have wiped out this base, continued around the back, vetted up, and done very well for itself. But that was just denied by Plasma Wolf. Well freaking played. We go out to the score screen here real quick. No, I can't. Dang it. On the replays, I cannot go out to the score screen. I was curious as to the back and forth because they swapped out quite a bit on the scoreboard. Alrighty guys, that is going to wrap it up for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this game as much as I did. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.